In a quiet town, a man lived an ordinary life until the police uncovered his darkest secret. For over a decade, a trail of bodies led to one name. But how did a seemingly normal neighbor become a monster? In the quiet suburban sprawl of Massapequa Park, Long Island, lived Rex Heuermann. To all outward appearances, he was an ordinary architect, married with 2 children. Yet, beneath this facade, a chilling darkness festered. He is the alleged perpetrator behind one of New York's most haunting mysteries, the Gilgo Beach murders. For over a decade, human remains were discovered along Ocean Parkway. The victims, predominantly young women, were found in burlap sacks, their lives brutally cut short. The sheer number of bodies and the disturbing similarities in their disposal fueled a pervasive sense of dread. With Heuermann's arrest, the chilling reality set in. The monster they sought had been living among them. He stands accused of murdering 7 women. This grim tally spans years, leaving shattered lives and unanswered questions. Rex Heuermann's roots were deeply embedded in Massapequa Park. This was the very community where he would later reside as a suspected serial killer. Born and raised in the same house he would eventually share with his family, his early life painted a picture of a quiet, somewhat awkward youth. Classmates from Berner High School recalled a shy, mild-mannered teen, often perceived as nerdy. One former classmate even remembered him leaving and signed love notes in her locker. This innocent gesture at the time, in retrospect, takes on a chilling undertone. His relationship with his parents, particularly his mother, Dolores, has been a subject of speculation. Friends and acquaintances described a bizarre closeness. Some labeled Dolores as controlling and Rex as a mama's boy. His father, Theodore Heuermann, passed away in 1975 when Rex was young. The fact that Rex maintained his childhood home exactly as it was, even as an adult architect, suggests a deep-seated attachment to his past. Perhaps an inability to move beyond certain formative experiences. A longtime friend pondered whether rejection or an indirect hatred for his mother might have fueled the darkness that later consumed him. The victims, all petite women, bore a physical resemblance. This has led some to question if he was projecting a distorted image of his mother onto them. This early environment, coupled with his seemingly isolated existence, may have cultivated the fertile ground for the monstrous acts that would later define him. The first known victim linked to Rex Heuermann, though not the first body discovered, was Maureen Brainerd Barnes. A 25-year-old mother of 2 from Norwich, Connecticut, Maureen turned to escort services to provide for her children. On July 9, 2007, she disappeared after telling a friend she was leaving a motel to meet a client. Her phone went dead, and worries escalated, leading to a missing person report. For over 3 years, Maureen's fate remained a mystery. In December 2010, a grim discovery along Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach shattered the quiet. A police officer stumbled upon human remains. This triggered a search that unearthed 3 more bodies, including Maureen's. These 4 women, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Melissa Barthélemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello, became known as the Gilgo 4. Their bodies were found in burlap sacks, bound with tape or belts. All were petite Caucasian women involved in sex work. They had advertised on Craigslist and disappeared after meeting clients using burner phones. Maureen's cause of death was strangulation. This chilling detail would later connect her to the other victims and, eventually, to Rex Heuermann. Her disappearance marked the beginning of a terrifying pattern. Following Maureen Brainerd Barnes, the dark tapestry of the Gilgo Beach murders continued to unfold. This included the disappearances and discoveries of Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello. Melissa, 24, vanished in July 2009. Megan, 22, was last seen in June 2010. Amber, 27, disappeared in September 2010. Their bodies, like Maureen's, were found along Ocean Parkway, wrapped in burlap. They bore the grim hallmarks of a meticulous and brutal killer. As the investigation intensified, chilling details emerged about Rex Heuermann's alleged methods. Prosecutors revealed a Microsoft Word document, dubbed HK 2002-04, found on a hard drive in his basement. This alleged planning document was a meticulously detailed blueprint for murder. It contained 87 disturbing entries. These outlined everything from necessary supplies like cat litter and tarps, to potential dump sites, reconnaissance reports, and even a section on problems to avoid apprehension. These problems included DNA, tire marks, and fingerprints. The document also included chilling entries like small as good under a Section 4 TRG, target or victim, aligning with the petite stature of his known victims. Heuermann's alleged modus operandi involved extensive pre-planning. The document detailed pre-prep steps like vehicle inspection, engaging the target, and reconnaissance of dump sites. The prep section outlined setting up a stage in a holding area. It also contained disturbing references to hardpoint force sexual suspension bondage. This correlated with his alleged collection of violent pornography. After the act, post-event notes included destroying files, changing tires, burning gloves, and disposing of pictures. All were designed to evade capture. He also allegedly used burner phones to communicate with victims and to conduct over 200 searches related to the Gilgo Beach investigation and the victims' families. Beyond the Gilgo Four, Heuermann has also been charged with the murders of Jessica Taylor, Sandra Costilla, and Valerie Mack. This brings the total number of alleged victims to 7. The discovery of Taylor and Mack's bodies at separate dump sites, some noted in his planning document, further solidified the pattern of his horrific crimes. The sheer depravity and calculated nature of these acts painted a terrifying picture of a predator who meticulously planned his reign of terror. For years, the Gilgo Beach murders remained a cold case. In February 2022, a new task force was formed. This renewed effort, coupled with advancements in forensic technology, would ultimately lead to the unraveling of Rex Heuermann's double life. The breakthrough came from revisiting old clues. A witness had described a first-generation Chevrolet Avalanche scene near where one of the victims disappeared. This detail, combined with burner phone data that pinged in Massapequa Park in Midtown Manhattan, began to narrow the focus. Rex Heuermann was identified as a person of interest in March 2022. The crucial piece of the puzzle was DNA evidence. Investigators covertly obtained DNA from a discarded pizza crust Heuermann had eaten. This sample was compared to a male hair found on Megan Waterman, one of the victims. The DNA was a match. Further analysis revealed nuclear DNA linking Heuermann to hairs found on belts, tape, and burlap used to restrain his victims. A hair from Heuermann's wife was also found with Maureen Brainerd Barnes' remains. This suggested a disturbing connection to his home life. With mounting evidence, the net tightened. On July 13, 2023, Rex Heuermann was arrested in Midtown Manhattan, outside his office. The moment of his capture, caught on video, ended his alleged reign of terror. He was arraigned in Suffolk County, pleading not guilty. District Attorney Ray Tierney declared Heuermann an ongoing danger. he cited his properties in South Carolina and Las Vegas as a flight risk. His 200-plus online searches related to the investigation further underscored his chilling obsession. The capture brought relief, but also shock, as the community grappled with the reality that a monster had lived in plain sight. The arrest of Rex Heuermann sent shockwaves through Massapequa Park and across the nation. It forced a re-evaluation of how evil can lurk beneath the most mundane exteriors. The man who designed buildings was now unmasked as the alleged architect of unspeakable horrors. His plea of not guilty sets the stage for a protracted legal battle. One that will undoubtedly bring more disturbing details to light and force the victims' families to relive their unimaginable pain. Heuermann remains incarcerated, awaiting a trial that promises to be highly scrutinized. For the families of Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Melissa Barthélemy, Megan Waterman, Amber Lynn Costello, Jessica Taylor, Sandra Costilla, and Valerie Mack, Heuermann's arrest offers a glimmer of hope for justice. Yet, the wounds run deep, and true closure may forever remain elusive. The Gilgo Beach murders, a saga of terror spanning over a decade, serve as a stark reminder of the darkness that can reside within the human psyche, and the enduring vigilance required to bring such predators to light. The long shadow cast by these events will continue to serve as a chilling testament to the lives lost and the profound impact of a monster who walked among us, hidden in plain sight. The stories are never truly over. They just wait for the next listener. Until then, be careful what you seek. Subscribe for more.